Not outside the door, but you wanted to.
I asked Danny if I could stand underneath the table and shout, but she said no. Right, Danny told me she was getting married about 3.5 to 4 years ago, and asked if I'd do a speech. And I wrote this last night. There's a few things I didn't put in here, which was just to thank Danny and Nadia for everything today. We've all had dinner, it was fantastic. All the drinks, everything. I know we've had to sacrifice a few nights out. So, thanks to me. Right. Bear with me. So I wrote it last night and I've not read it. Okay. So, right. I've known Danny for about 12 to 13 years now, and I think it's safe to say that we are the best of friends. And considering the fact that half of my relations are here at table, yeah, it's safe to say that we are family. Danny and I didn't hit it off from the start. In fact, we actually hated each other. I met Danny when I was dating her ex, Sophie. If anyone knows who she is, she sat next to me. Oh, that's my wife. Right. And of course, no one likes the ex and vice versa. But one night we broke the ice. Danny and me were having a play fight, and I bowled her into the neatest stack of CDs. And in her defence, she farted. We rolled around laughing, and we haven't stopped laughing since. We became even closer when I started working in a bar in town, and Danny was at college. I don't know if you know this. I don't need to give too many details, but we had such a great time that Danny dropped out of college. I do know Danny's heydays better than anybody else here, and it's my role here to completely annihilate her. But unfortunately, I've got two obstacles. Firstly, if I dropped Danny in it, would be stitching myself up, as all the fun times we did it together. Secondly, I fear the wrath of Nadia. Needless to say, Danny's got a bunch of crazy exes. Present company are accepted. I approved of none of them until Nadia. This doesn't leave me with much left to say, apart from the fact that Danny is a true friend. The amount of times my life hasn't quite gone to plan. My only friend. The amount of times my life hasn't quite gone to plan. I've turned up on a doorstep many times with my suitcase, and I've never left. 3 times now. One of the most memorable places we lived was on Tudor Road. We bought matching BMXs. For an entire year, we laid the fridge bare with a packet of waffles in there that I don't think we ever ate. I think we left them in there when we moved. Yeah. We lived on a diet of spaghetti and toast, and we replenished the fridge daily with cases of blue WKD. And every Wednesday night we had a gathering, and we would frequent the local strip club. It's only because Danny could get us in for free. Carry on. Right, now, unfortunately for Danny, I've heard her speech, and she might have romanticised how her and Nadia got together. Right. To my recollection, we were both extremely drunk. It was either Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or Boxing Day. We were either outside the Dover, the Rainbow, or Bossa. And Danny had told me that she'd met up with the most incredible woman, but wasn't quite sure what to do. To which I replied in a football-type chant, "Do it, do it." Anyway, I then proceeded to try and flirt with Danny's grandma. And I then threw up a chip outside Leicester train station. If that was the same night, it was all a blur. Since that day, they have been completely inseparable. Now, Danny and I have been have an ongoing joke about the fact that we haven't got any friends, and the fact that she's found 95 to bring here today astounds me.
We've done it!
Back in the day, I barely managed to fill a couch. Now, I've always prided myself in being Danny's best, stroke only friend, but I'm even more proud that she's found such an amazing person and a soulmate in Nadia. P.S. Married doesn't mean you're best friends. As Danny and Nadia have blossomed and grown together and fallen deeper in love, I too have grown, and in fact, from day one, I've loved Nadia. Actually, I just laugh at her. I see two people that just bring out the best in each other. And it's only since I got married last year, and I've got in brackets applause. I've truly realised the two bond that these two people have. And I wrote that speech last night, but on the bus on the other day to work, I wrote a poem for you. Danny might have heard my poetry, but here we go. Don't worry, I'm not going to rap it for you. That's quite, isn't it? Right. Danny will always be my best friend. I have proof of this because I have her name tattooed on my rear end.
Oh, God.
She's been there for me through the thunder and rain. She's put me to bed when I was sick in the drain. That was a fun night. And in return, I've been the best friend that I know how. I've even managed now to block out your full frontal nudity. Wow. I know of no friendship better than Danny and me, except from the day she met Nadia and the two became three. To watch their personalities together is a sight to be seen. If you've been around them, you know exactly what I mean. Over the years, your love has grown, but you've never left me out. It just confirms how lovely you both are, and you both know what friendship is all about. They're both funny, loving, kind and understanding, which is why I know the pair of them will be never-ending. Danny, you are the best of friends and the best of fun, and yes, I will probably always still fancy your mum. I've got a toast. It was something I heard a very long time ago. And it's just to say that to the pair of you, may you grow old together, forever sharing the same pillow.